S&B Nation. I am with Dan the Man. How you doing?
Doing well, Harry. How about yourself?
I like that rhyme. I am up here in Anchorage, Alaska, just because. Grew up here as a kid, and here I am. What's news? What's the world of Dan right now as we start to go into Q4 and wrap up the year?
World of Q4 for Dan Tech Services. We're starting to roll out a cyber investigation service to help bring clients into compliance, whether it's HIPAA. What got us going down this track is a client that has to be CMMC qualified.
So I was just going to ask that. Yeah.
State under 171.
Department of Defense. Yeah.
It is a monster. It is an absolute monster. The first set of sheets is like 17 work pages.
Yeah. And how did you, let's talk about that, because some of the vendors in the world of S&B Nation have targeted it all the way from ConnectWise down to, I'm going to forget the others, but several have raised their hand and said, we want to have that conversation. I think Rapid Fire Tools has done that.
That's whose system we're using.
So that's how, talk to me, what's the story?
Well, it's actually a two-component system. One is the CyberHawk side, which scans networks and looks at the machines on the network, the network itself, the devices on the network, and basically does an assessment on all of those.
Which they're best known for.
Which they are really good at. It's really quite the system.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then they have Compliance Manager, which is another layer on top of this, that depending on what you select, you can do cyber insurance audits, you can do HIPAA, you can do CMMC. There is literally a little laundry list of different sections that you can check off, and you can actually do multiples, because there are companies that need to be, you might want your cyber liability insurance to be in line with your HIPAA audit or your CMMC audit, and it is intense. It is grueling.
Yeah.
I've got a young man
with no names. What kind of either what client do you have, or what clients are you targeting? Let me frame that up. For those that don't know, grew up in Alaska. We traded places actually. I moved to Seattle and he moved to Alaska, and we waved at each other. But Alaska's economy, I wouldn't say it's got a huge public sector. It's got a huge defense sector with the bases. I don't know if it's over 50% of the economy, but it's a big part of the economy, government.
It is huge.
And so there's going to be contractors that have to support that. Now you can answer my question. Who are you serving, or who are you targeting with CMMC?
Right now we're working with one company. You got to learn this stuff someplace. And so we have an engineering firm that we're working with that has some does subcontracting work for some DoD contractors, and they have to fall under the same restrictions as the actual primary contractor. So we're ramping up in that direction. My cybersecurity tech has just received his master's here recently.
A thinking man.
Yeah, it's scary, huh? So we were actually sending him to a class here shortly that'll take him through this whole process, so that we can get him certified. But it is a very involved, and it's like a 110-point system or something like that.
Yeah.
And you have to check off every single box.
I thought Nutrisystems checklist was hard.
Yeah, 109 doesn't cut it. It's all 110.
Yeah.
So it's really extensive. So I'm apprehensive and expectant all at the same time. It's that mix between anxiety and expectations, the good kind, that this is a revenue generating system.
All day, every day. You think outside the border, you travel extensively, especially when we're allowed to travel, see at the shows. So I'm assuming that it's going to be that you're already thinking ahead of beyond Alaska's borders. I mean, that's kind of how you think.
We're looking at that. We were going to be involved with a conference conference here in a couple months. Unfortunately, that's been canceled now, but our goal there was to actually introduce a product that to a number of businesses that is basically a infrastructure in a box. Actually, it's called Unbox, and it's built by Up-Level Systems.
Oh yeah,
And-
that guy.
Yeah, that guy. And they have a really good system that can be virtually plug and play, and allows us to build a structured, secure network. And when we're talking about rapid fire tools and being able to do external assessments, if you don't have holes punched in the firewall to get to something on the inside, you might see the IP address there, but that's it.
Yeah.
You can't see anything.
Yeah.
So it's like a blank wall, which is a lot better than most firewalls of any other type.
Yeah.
So we're very pleased with working with Up-Level. They've been fantastic.
No. Remind me of the gentleman's name.
Tom Alexander.
Yeah, Tom, out of Portland, Oregon. No, he is a nice guy. Final question. So, saw in the morning news, we are 100 days away from Christmas. They always do that kind of stuff. I know, didn't that go quick? And
Thanks, Harry.
as you and I stand here today, I believe the CASEA conference is still on. I'm going to say it's the third week of October in Vegas. There's been some cancellations. We've had that talk. Is that your understanding today? And would you consider going to CASEA because of rapid fire tools?
I'd consider it. It's amazing how 2 years ago I didn't have a single CASEA product, and now I think I have 5.
Yeah.
And I look at my billing for CASEA each month, and I just shrug my head and shake my shoulders and
What are you gonna do?
cry.
What are you?
Yeah. So the products that we have with them are generally really good.
Yeah.
And the rapid fire tools is one of those premier.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So,
Yeah, some good friends over there.
Yes.
All right, my friend.
Thanks, sir.
All right.
Pleasure.